What's going on, everyone? Badger here. And if you were to ask me just a month ago, which between Jurassic Park, Superman, and Fantastic Four, what I was going to like the most, I would have almost certainly, and I did, say Superman. I thought, oh, that's going to be the clear winner. No, it actually turns out that Fantastic Four, because of course the most entertaining outcome in this simulation will be the outcome. This is actually the most coherent, most emotionally packed jokes without taking away from the stakes, evacuating cities, but it makes sense, not in 10 minutes, and there's still stakes to it. Yeah, didn't see it coming, but Fantastic Four was a fun time. I actually had fun with it. Didn't watch them get destroyed the whole time, even though there were stakes. It built the world. It did what it needed to do, and all of our worries, specifically Pedro Pascal, were not there. So, I mean, it opens up with that 5-minute clip that we watched the other day, basically, of a little montage played on the in-universe show, supposedly their version of like the Ed Sullivan show called the Ted Gilbert show. And that 5-minute montage did everything that Superman failed to do. And you're going to forgive me for the comparisons, but they're both kind of reboot films, reintroducing people that are classically known heroes. And the biggest thing is that in Superman, they tried to establish that Superman had been a Superman for 3 years. He was a part of the world and the public loved him. And while they told you that in action, it just didn't feel genuine. And then, of course, they turn on him in a second, which there's something like that in this one too, but it feels more natural. In this one, in just a 4 or 5 minute opening montage of them fighting various cameoed villains that you would all know if you like Fantastic Four comics, they absolutely established them as American, but also global heroes, emphasis on the American, and that they've essentially just become beloved by the whole planet and leaders in their own right. The whole Sue is the boss of the town. Not really. She's the leader of the Future Foundation, which is essentially like the United Nations 2.0. She's a leader, but Reed is still the actual leader of the team. Sue is just more the emotional leader of the team, and which whatever, that's fine. That's what you expect the matriarch and sister and friend to do. So yeah, I had no problem whatsoever. Got me into it right away. Look, the casting, I probably would have casted entirely different people. You know, that's where Superman did get right, was the casting. That being said, everyone here is such good actors that they do their job and do their job well. So even though I don't think that they have the natural chemistry that a team like this could and should have, they get by enough that you do believe it is a Fantastic Four team. The big one, everyone is tired of Pedro. I'm tired of Pedro. Pedro did an admirable job. He played fine. It was fine, adequate, sufficient. My first choice, no, I still would want like John Krasinski or Ian Gronfeld or whatever to come back. But for what it was, it did not turn me off, and I'm actually looking forward to seeing these characters again. And that's the other thing. It successfully set up the world and the characters that I'm now care more to see them interact with the Thunderbolts characters, the new Avengers that we find out they're the first ones that they're going to meet. They made me like those characters more, and they made me like these characters more. Not a spoiler, the whole point, and very early on, and we've seen it in the trailers, you find out that Sue is pregnant with Franklin Richards, and that's essentially the MacGuffin of the movie, that Galactus will spare the planet if they give him the baby. And so most of the movie is very action light, actually. It's a lot more drama and dialogue, because with the exception of a little fight kind of scene here when they talk to Galactus, it is mostly them on Earth figuring out what they're going to do to get away from him or get him away from us. Johnny Storm, to me, was the absolute standout. Again, the worst part about all of these movies is the run-up and the talk from the actors, and that Mark Malkin from Variety. Is it the gayest Fantastic Four ever? Because he was great. There was nothing about him being like that modern man or whatever. He's trying to sleep with the Silver Surfer. At least he's captivated by her. And honestly, in this case, it kind of worked having Shala Ball. It did, because instead of having Norrin Rad come and male Silver Surfer and be all boo 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 with Sue, it's sort of Johnny and female Silver Surfer that have their moment in connection. He's the one that maybe helps her to be a hero. So in this specific case, the character swap, because I don't want to say race swap, because there's still a Nornrad Silver Surfer. This is Shalabal Silver Surfer, and in Earth 828, it kind of worked, and now we can see the real Silver Surfer in the main universe. But yeah, not upset at Julia Garner's performance. Just going through, he was fine. Even Moss background, he's fine. Yeah, towards the end, I didn't miss the gravelier, no pun intended, voice, and the humor with him and Johnny worked. Maybe didn't seem like it was going to work in the trailers, but yeah, every scene that we watched that felt a little weird played out much better in the actual theater. And yeah, they got me. I felt I didn't cry or anything like that, but I felt things. I liked the team. I liked the movie. Galactus was amazing. She plays a character that the Thing is sort of romancing with, and yeah, by and large, it was a good movie. Like I said, light on action. So if you wanted super heavy action, it is not. Superman has more action than that. But as far as introducing a known quantity, reintroducing them for this generation, telling a coherent narrative that doesn't constantly reduce the stakes by stupid jokes that don't make any, that aren't funny. Johnny doesn't make middle fingers out of all the flames. Yeah, I don't know, man. And I guess it's no surprise that the people that just loved Superman don't like this and said it was boring. But the people that were just thought Superman was okay are all finding something to resonate here with. So I don't know. I did not get anything I wanted from Superman, but I got basically nothing I was expecting, and I was happy for it here from Fantastic Four. So it's looking real good. The word of mouth is great. Most people, even though people that went in to hate it, seem to be liking it. It's going up on the Tomatometer, so we'll see. I know that's not much of a thing, but if you look over at IMDb, which we just were, let me scroll to the top real quick, it had a 7.6. 7.6 out of 10. My rating is a 7 out of 10. So yeah, to me, this is a solid step in the right direction. And now just make Spider-Man good. Make Spider-Man Tom Holland good. And really get people. This is the momentum that DA keeps talking about. Shout out DA, Derek Anderson. Momentum. This is some good momentum. Don't ruin it. Don't ruin it. All right. That's it. Let me know what you think about this. Make sure to like, share, and sub. If you have done that, thank you. If you're going to do that, thank you. And let me know in the comments what you thought of Fantastic Four.
Well, bye.